So in this video, I want to talk about the Goldshell AL box. Now, Goldshell actually allowed me to borrow the hash rate for about 3 days over on DXpool. I haven't ripped through it yet. I want to see what I actually got for profits, and I want to see what the miner is going for, how much this thing's actually yielding per day now, and what it was yielding per day about a month and a half ago or 2 months ago. I think this is going to be a good kind of like perspective for everybody that's looking to get one of these small box miners. Is it still worth it or is it not? Let's dive into it and take a look. All right, starting out over on minetheasic.com. This is the site I use pretty much every day for my morning streams, right? And I kind of go over the prices of these units just to kind of timestamp it and see where things were at. So you can see the Goldshell AL box 360 gigahash at 180 watts, which is insane, right, to say the least. A 0.5 efficiency rating. We have $37.01 per day. Again, this is at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. All right, so this thing is extremely profitable for somebody that has a high electric rate like myself, right? Like, even if I change this electric rate to a 30-cent electric rate like me, you can see the AL box goes up to the third place and you're still making $36 a day on this thing. So that is fantastic, right? The profitability on this machine has come down quite a bit since they've launched about a month and a half ago or so, right? Now it says payback time at this current moment. Let me go back to 10 cents. Sorry. Payback time at this current moment is, let's see, 7.7 months. That's a little bit of time, right? But it also says projected best price is $8,600, which isn't fully true. If we go over to the actual Goldshell website, you can see this box miner is going for $6,599, which is still pretty pricey for a small little box miner, but considering what it actually does yield per day, to each his own, right? You guys do what you want to do. You're all adults at the end of the day. I can't tell you what to do. It could make sense for some people. It might not make sense for others, but yeah, anyways, let's just see real quick. So electricity costs 10 cents per kilowatt hour is only 43 cents per day. Again, let's pump this up to 30 cents just for shits. We got $1.30 a day that would cost you to run this thing, and you'd still be yielding, again, $33, which is insane. That's crazy. That's so freaking cool. All right, anyways, let's move on to the pool where I got the hash rate to, right? So the hash rate was, again, for about 3 days or so. They set it up here. I was getting 328 gigahashes right here. I was getting 356 here and then 356. So this thing peaked out at 356. It didn't get the projected 360 according to the pool anyways. Again, these are plus or minus 10% on any one of these miners you guys are going to purchase. Any ASIC miner usually has some sort of give or get, you know, from this projected hash rate, but nonetheless, it's still pretty close. 356, right? We got right here the profits per day. Let me just scroll down so you guys can see. We got 8.4 lithium this day. I got 20.7 this day, 20.44 and 12.58. Again, let's just see projected 24-hour outputs, 21 lithium, okay, per day. So I got pretty close to that. So I'm at 20, right? I was getting 20 at the peak of the pool right here. So 20.44, 20.7 is the highest I got, which is still pretty good. And I got a total paid of 62.1559 a lithium. Now let's check out the price of a lithium at this current moment is $1.63. You guys can see we had a massive run up from the end of last year. It was about 20 cents or so, right? November. Then we had a little pump in December and it started literally mooning. And as of right now, lithium is down 57% from its all-time high about 3 months ago. $3.86 was its all-time high. I think a lithium could still do well, but I think it had a lot of push behind it because of the miners that were going to be coming out on this or for this coin, right? There was a lot of opium, I guess, and excitement for that. And I think a lot of people are now taking profits. Now, if we just jump over here quick to the daily grind, this is my morning show that I have every single day, and I kind of timestamp these miners over here on minetheasic.com. And this is the first day the AL box actually came out, and this is exactly why I do this, so I could see what the price or projected price of that unit actually was. Now it's at $127.37 per day. They didn't even have the best price available yet because this thing wasn't actually listed for sale as of yet. And then if we go to the day after that, it ends up being $131.33 a day, and this thing was projected its best price at $14,994. That was insanely expensive, and I actually did say that I would believe that this is probably going to be about a fifth of what we're looking at right here when it comes to profitability at the end of the day. And right now we're about a fourth of this, right? It was $131. We're now down to about 30 something bucks per day. So I don't know, the longer these things stay out, the less profitable they are. And if bigger units come out, then obviously that is going to be a hit towards profitability. But in the plus side of things, there hasn't been another AL box of any kind actually projected to come to market as of yet, at the time of recording anyways, right? Like the Caspa miners, when the KS0 was released, I believe the KS1 or KS2 were also announced at the same time. So that's kind of the difference here between Alethium and Caspa. But at the same time, these little box miners are going for a lot of money. So I don't know. I'm really concerned that Alethium's price is going to tank a little bit further, but at the same time, it also could turn things around if the price of Alethium in the ecosystem or the community as a whole can actually hold this coin up. We'll see good things out of it, right? But anyways, 62 were paid for those 3 days, which is pretty good. Let's just do the math on that quick, see how much I actually made. So 62.1559. Let's see, what is the price of lithium again? Let's just refresh it to make sure. We're still at $1.63. So we're gonna times this by 1.63. So we got about $101. So now I want to take this number and I want to divide this by 3 because it was roughly 3 days, right? So that's going to give me $33.77 a day. I'm just going to round this to 34 bucks, and I want to see what the ROI time or break even time is over here on the Goldshell AL box. So you can see 6,599 bucks. Let's take the calculator. $6,599. We're going to divide this by 34 to give us the days, and that's 194 day payback time. Man, that's a little bit. That's quite a bit. Let's just divide this by 30 to see roughly how many months. So 6.5 months, give or take a little bit. But the only thing that really concerns me is the fact that the price of this unit went from 130 something dollars per day down to 30 something dollars per day in literally a month and a half. That's kind of concerning, to be honest. And then last but not least, what I want to look at is real quick the network hash rate, right? If we look back in April 7th, this is my live stream when I showed you guys on the daily grind. I was looking at the price of $133 a day on this unit. We were at 401 terahashes on the network. We are now peaking at 804 terahashes on the network, and it's again a month and a half later or so, which is crazy. So we've doubled the network hash rate just from these little AL boxes. And then let's go to the difficulty. We're looking at a difficulty of, from the April 4th, looking at 25 petahash to 51. It peaked at right there, 51.5. And now this is only going to get worse with the more box miners that come out. So this is why getting in on the first batch is so much more important than getting in on the second or third batches. But at the same time, the price of the unit came out like over double from where it is at today. Again, it was like $14,000 and it's at, you know, 6.5, a little over 6.5. So again, to each his own. This is just what I've found. I just wanted to go over this with you guys. Let me know what you think about this AL box and about these profits down in the comments below. So that's going to do it. Thank you so much to Goldshell for actually allowing me to test the hash rate on this thing. Now, again, this machine for me personally is just a little too rich for my blood. The only thing that I really, which is kind of like a double-edged sword in my book, is the fact that it's such low wattage. I feel like it's going to be profitable for a long time to come, regardless if it goes down to like, you know, 5 bucks a day. That's still profit to me, right? But it's the initial like wanting to pay the unit off and getting the money back from what you spent on it is the issue here. I don't know if that's going to happen super fast. It might take quite a long time, but again, to each his own. You guys let me know if you guys actually have one of these things. I'd love to know how close you are to paying it back as of right now. And in a solar situation, this thing was perfect because it's only 180 watts and you could run this thing literally day and night with a typical solar setup, just because it is such low wattage. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it. You have a great day. I will catch you on the next one, and peace out.